Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at the Titleist Fitting Centre, and today I'm getting fitted for some new Vokey wedges. Right then guys, so like I said, we've kind of decided that kind of 52, 56 and 60 would be my lofts. And so we're very much going to look at 60 degree out here, aren't we?
Yep.
And we're going to look at, there's obviously lots of different grinds. So maybe if we talk a little bit about what the grind is for the guys watching, because we're both aware of what it is, but I'm sure a lot of the guys watching won't be sure. So when we talk about the grind of the sole, what is that actually about?
It's the width of the sole, and it's how much it's been buffed on the bottom of the club.
Okay, so very much the shape of the sole.
The shape of the sole, so depending on a person's technique or the course conditions that they're playing in, a certain sole is going to either enhance their ability to manipulate the ball or give them assistance if they've got a certain shot that they fear in there. Just to kind of give you an idea, as we go through wedges, a 46, 48 pitching wedge type club, we only offer one grind.
Yes.
And in a 50 and a 52 we offer one grind, which is an F.
Yes.
And that's a full sole for full shots, and that works brilliantly.
Yep.
When we start getting down into lob wedge environment that we're in now, we've got 5 different options.
Okay, so that's a lot, and this is why I think it's important that you guys understand why there's 5. You know, they're not just there for the sake of it. They're aimed very much at course conditions, different players, and how they deliver the club and what they want to do with that club.
Exactly what they want to do with it as well. We can get the ball to go high and land soft. We can chase it in low and get it to check, and depending on how a person sees the shot, how they deliver the club and what they want it to do, we can kind of point them in the right direction as to which grind's most suitable for them.
Perfect. Sounds dead simple, that, doesn't it? So we're going to see, for me, which grind performs best for me, and which we think will give me maybe the most versatility, because that's my only wedge really that I actually play around with the loft at all. So 56 I play very square. I don't do too much with 60, but I like to have a little bit of versatility there.
Okay, perfect.
So what would be the kind of process that we'd go through for hitting a few shots here?
What we want to do, I mean, is there a shot that you specifically don't enjoy playing on the golf course?
Most of them. No, I would say probably the one I don't see instinctively is maybe where I've got to throw the ball most of the way and stop it.
So short-sided type.
Yeah, I kind of grew up playing a lot of links golf, so I kind of very much see the kind of low one that releases. But I'd like to have the one in my armoury a bit more, where I do short-side myself a lot more often than I should. And I think if I had a wedge that I kind of knew bailed me out a little bit when I didn't quite get it right, that would definitely help.
Perfect. The thing that enhances the different bounce on the bottom is turf interaction.
Yes.
So we're outside now, we've got some nice short turf down here, so we're going to pick a scenario, get you to hit a few balls into the green, and we'll test them against each other.
Brilliant. Pump. Right then, so we've got probably, if we go to the far left flag, probably got maybe 25 yards. A little bit below the green, into the breeze, which is going to help the ball stop a little bit quicker, hopefully.
What we want to do first is just sort of identify your technique, how you're delivering the club. What I don't want to do is explain to you what a grind is supposed to do, and you manipulate your swing to accommodate that. So I want you to use your technique for this shot. We'll have a play around with a few and see how we go.
Fantastic.
So we'll start with this one.
Fantastic, thank you. See, that's the one I always worry about. Well, being honest, I worry about catching it heavy. Historically, I'm a bit steep with these shots, so that's the one where I kind of feel a little anxious through the ball. And for you, when you're looking to fit wedges like this, and I know it's a little bit of technique, are you looking for the guys really to be taking a divot, or it more just being the sole of the club grazes the turf?
Not necessarily look for somebody to do a specific.
Just what do they do?
What they are doing, so that I know which grind's going to be suitable for them. So.
And when you're looking to fit that grind in, are you predominantly looking for less interaction? Or not necessarily? So like, for example, that was quite a shallow little divot. Would you prefer that there was almost no divot on that shot? From what
I would be looking somebody to do a specific thing down there,
Yeah.
if they were very steep,
Yes.
they've taken a great big run, then
that'd be great if it.
there's a club that's going to give them assistance and probably shallow that out a little
Yep.
bit. If somebody's very, very, very thin and barely brushing the surface,
Yep.
we're going to need something maybe with less on the bottom to allow the club to
Get
slide
that leading edge
there.
down.
So it really is dictated by the player.
Okay. You can see why I don't like this shot, can't you? It's not one I would ideally try and leave myself. I think definitely for me though, it's the fear factor of the club digging. You know, that is always, even though I talk with my students all the time about, focus on what you're trying to do, this is definitely a shot where I completely get the club golfer, because my initial thing is I've got all the right thoughts, but as I get over the ball, my thing is don't hit it 2 yards in front of you.
So interestingly, if I was to say, I've got a club here
Yep.
with extremely low bounce,
Yep.
it's not going to be suitable for somebody that's maybe steep but catches it heavy quite considerably, and you knew that was in your hands,
Yep.
that's potentially going to add to your...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest, because I've been very shallow through impact with full shots, probably 10 years ago I did used to play the 4-degree bounce, and some of my results were horrendous. I mean, literally I've hit shots that have gone 2 yards in front of me where the divot's gone further.
That's leading edge.
Oh, just,
with the ground,
yeah, and you know what? Playing somewhere where the sand was compact,
Yep.
it kind of made loads of sense for the bunker shots, where I could get the club digging a bit more. But for me, I want to have a lob wedge that's versatile, that isn't just great out of bunkers. But if I've got this shot, I kind of like the way that felt, but I still think in the back of my mind, I'm not sure with this one that if I let my technique be a bit more like it normally is. See what I mean?
Nice one. So, give this one a little try.
Now, to be fair, guys, there's a reason the camera's here and that you're not seeing what the golf ball's doing. But once this is right, we are going to see some shots. Oh, that felt great. And that actually felt there like I was a bit too steep, as in with what I did, but the club felt like it worked with me. Now, I might be proved wrong here, but I'm guessing you've given me more bounce, have you?
We'll hit a couple more and then we'll identify which one this is.
I mean, that feels
Good.
so much better through the bottom. Yeah. I actually wouldn't mind playing that shot.
What I'll do, we've got 5.
Yep.
So we've got sort of a low, mid and high bounce options with different grinds and sort of one that's inside that. The one that we tested at the start was an S grind in 10 pounds, which is smack bang in the middle.
Yes.
And from what the conversation that we had, I've then given you another club.
Yep.
And you've hit it really clean, nice control, and it's done everything you wanted to. And you just hinted that you thought that we've given you a bit more assistance, maybe a few more degrees.
Potentially. But I might be completely wrong. I might have just picked it up and thought it was. Wow.
Yeah.
Strange how the mind works, isn't it? So, yeah, now to be honest there, didn't think that at all. And it is just confidence, isn't it?
It is. A lot of it is psychological. But if as soon as you hit a flat or a thin, you start overcompensating, or your grip pressure changes, or you deliver the club a little bit differently, which is why we had that conversation a little bit about the psychology of it. Handing you that L grind in 4 degrees of boundary, so the lowest option, without telling you what it was.
Yes.
The result was really good.
Yeah.
So with the technique, I mean, it's fairly sort of straight back and through. But
Yeah.
you do have to face open a tiny little bit?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think part of that is always me trying to add a little bit. I think for me, from a coaching perspective, I think what I do badly with these shots is I think I drag the handle forward too much. I think if I could feel kind of the weight of the club a bit more so that the shaft lean was less at impact, I think I'd use the sole of the club better. So I kind of understand what I'm supposed to do, just don't execute it very well.
That's golf.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, that was interesting, and it was funny as we started speaking. I thought, you know what, I bet it's not more bounce on it, but it really did feel there that
something that we see when we're fitting sort of handicap golfers, and we give them the L grind in this environment with a tight line. You can't play guess the grind.
Yes.
And we say to them, what do you think that is? And what happens is the leading edge is maybe just catching the turf a little bit, and it's kind of dragging.
Yeah.
But the sensation that they get, it feels like it's the back end of the club.
Yeah. Okay.
They feel like there's more bounce on that particular club because it feels like it's dragging, but it's not. It's the leading edge catching and just coming through. But for you, with your technique and not knowing what that was, the strike was close to perfect. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, for me, those were great shots, and to be honest, I kind of like the idea of that because I know if I do want to lay it open, the leading edge actually stays a little bit tighter to the ground.
It does, and the other thing is when you want to lay the club open, hands can get a little bit lower as well.
Yeah.
And when you've got a really tight lie and you're trying to play that shot where you're sliding underneath it, we need some of that taken away as well. So this has got a lot of heel relief and low bounce, so it sits flush and allows you to slide it underneath.
So really, 10 years ago, I was potentially playing the right wedge, but maybe my technique was very different.
The technique.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, they were great, and it's interesting for me because certainly I tested a competitor's wedge a few weeks ago that's got lots and lots of bounce, and to be honest, it felt like I couldn't take a divot. Now, obviously that was more mental, the fact that I'm thinking more bounce stopping me, and I pitched really well with it. But having said that, the way that interacted with the turf felt absolutely perfect for me.
Yeah, it's great, and it depends on the shot that you want to play as well. We've set this one up here. If you were looking to go aerial, we can allow the ball to slide up the face a little bit more. We're going to get maybe a slightly higher trajectory with lower bounce and play that type of shot.
Yes.
If somebody comes in and they don't want it to go high, they're a bit fearful of, or the high percentage shot, if you like, where they can throw it in and control it a little bit with the spin. Maybe a bit more bounce and wider sole would work for them, so we take that into consideration as well. So we need to try a few of this one.
Now this is going to be the dilemma, isn't it, if I hit good ones with this one as well? Can I carry two 60 degrees?
Well, you can. That's maybe a club work wasted elsewhere, so hopefully when we've gone through this process, the one that we end up on, your favourite grind, know your letter, works in every environment.
Perfect. Okay. So you've got to be hitting good pitch shots all the time now. So a bit squarer on this one. Now that one felt like it wasn't my best one, but again, that I'd be happy with how the club worked through the ground there. Definitely a bit different flight-wise though, isn't it?
I was just about to highlight that as well. We haven't got any launch monitors out here. We're doing all this by eyes and ears. We listen to the strike and we're observing what's happening. And going from one extreme to the other, so previous was the L grind and low, this is now the high bounce K. Which
is actually what I thought you'd given me before.
Yeah. You can physically see a difference.
Yeah, completely different.
And it's not that one's better than the other one, it's what's more pleasing on the eye for you.
I mean, to be honest, I quite like that lower one because there was still loads of spin on it. Yeah. But my worry with that is I'm not sure that would be maybe as versatile as I would like. Yeah, again, we love a video where I prove myself wrong, don't we? Okay, so I'll open that up. Okay.
Now it's not too bad. The only thing that it seemed to me was, I don't know whether hot's the right word, but it seemed to come off.
Yeah, it definitely jumped a little bit quicker, didn't it?
Whereas if we played that type of shot with the previous one.
Yeah. Do you, obviously I know that just the colour is just visual, but in your experience, do you think it changes performance of players?
I don't know if it changes performance, but it definitely changes perception.
Yep.
I've done a number of fits where I've had a chrome head and a black head,
Yep.
50 degree, and we're doing the gapping test, and they're identical. And I've given one maybe a 8 bounce, the other one has 12 bounce to
Yep.
identify which one's going to go with that. And when I've taken the chrome one off them and given them the black,
Yes.
and I've said, have you noticed any difference? Quite often the reply is, it's a little bit smaller.
Right, okay.
So the aesthetics is giving them the idea that the appearance is
Yeah. Right, so a quick adjustment of the camera because we've had a couple of dive forwards. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting for me that kind of all of them have worked decently through the ground, but definitely the flights have been very, very different, haven't they, trajectory-wise of shot, and that's very much there where you said that probably becomes a little bit more player-driven as to what they like the look of on those shots.
We do see some people that struggle, and we kind of guide them into a specific grind to give them as much assistance as possible.
I'd hope that I'd not be terrible.
No,
a couple of the early ones didn't back that up.
You're
but
going to strike all 5 well.
Yeah.
It's just working alongside you. Can we identify which one's going to give us maximum performance? We could see with the higher ones, I think we had a little bit too much soul. They were too extreme that way. I think the L worked brilliantly.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Again, that is extreme.
Yes.
So what we're going to try now, and could be a really good option, is the L.
Yep.
So it's pretty much got all the attributes of the L.
Yep.
Just 8 degrees instead of 4.
Just got a little bit more help
there to give you some assistance when we're quiet.
Yep. They all feel great. But yeah, no, it's definitely for me. Obviously, once I hit a few good shots, there's kind of almost no fear factor in there for the shot. So I think that helps massively, and that's something that you can't ever measure with a player. But I think if it's one of those that you know that the club is absolutely as helpful as possible. No one's going to hit perfect shots all the time, but your percentage of good ones should be higher, and the quality of your bad one should be a lot better, shouldn't it?
What we do quite often as well is somebody in a certain environment, they have confidence and they're comfortable doing it, but there's one shot that they absolutely fit. So it could be a case of, is there an option in there that's going to keep doing what's great, but improve that one there, then we're winning in that scenario as well?
Yeah, perfect. That's it, one more of those. Back to square. And I mean, we haven't talked about this, but this is equally where the golf ball becomes super important as well, doesn't it?
Important. Yeah, and something that we get asked quite a lot is handicap golf will come in and they'll say, I've been watching the telly recently, and how on earth do the pros get the ball to react like they do on the greens? And one of the questions that we will ask is, what golf ball do you play? And that does play a massive part.
And I'm guessing the answer most of the time is whatever they've just found on the previous hole.
Whatever's in my bag, whatever I found in the trees is the wrong answer.
And club golfers, though, play different balls all the time, don't they?
And from a consistency perspective, that's really bad. If you've got a urethane covered tour played golf ball that does react, and then you lose that, and in a couple of holes time you play something that's distance related, doesn't spin, you're through the back of the green. So you
and it's not just spin, I mean, flight and everything changes, doesn't it? And I do think, and I'm going to do more videos on golf ball, but I think the golf ball itself is potentially a bigger influence to begin with for guys, because they get one where it stops, where they're playing a Pro V that they might have bought or found, then they suddenly play a hard ball that suddenly goes a lot higher, releases more when it lands, and it's very hard to build confidence when you feel you're doing it fairly similarly and the shot's completely different each time.
And if the ball is under control and it's stopping close to the hole, you can shoot lower scores.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the combination, yeah, the golf ball is massively important, and also clean, dry grooves. If you're playing in wet, it's obviously going to release a bit more, but in nice dry conditions and a receptive green, if you've got a good wedge with nice sharp grooves,
well, we can see, I mean, it's rained this morning here, so the ground itself there's a bit of moisture around, but each shot, that's clean, it's dry, clean, dry golf ball, and getting some fantastic performance out of the ball on the green. Yeah. So, from what we've hit, if you were, as you are, fitting me for a lob wedge, which one would you advise?
I'd favour M.
M, okay, yeah.
It lets you do like to manipulate the club,
yeah.
You like to play a variety of shots. That's going to be great on square shots, great on open shots, give you the most versatility around the green. I think L, as good as it performed over a large pool of shots, might just highlight that one where you catch it ever so slightly.
Yeah, I think with the L, it'd probably only take a couple where I don't quite get it, where probably just the historical side would play on my confidence a little bit, whereas I think that has just got that little bit of help, but has got loads of versatility in there. So I think that would be perfect for me.
And then going the other end of the spectrum where we tried the D and the K, they worked fine, particularly on the square shots, and we were getting good control out of it. But when we were just looking to manipulate it and play around with it a tiny bit off the tight lie, just couldn't quite slide it under.
Yeah, I mean, these are tight, but there's still an element of lushness to the ground, isn't there? You know, I think if I got into kind of K or D at St Anne's Old Links, where I play a lot of my golf in the summer, where there's no grass and the ground's very hard, I don't think personally I'd have that flexibility with those grinds, whereas with that, I think that works all year round on any course for me.
I'd agree. K is brilliant, and it's quite a popular option amongst most of the fittings that we do, because it gives us much assistance and it breeds that confidence and it does perform in that scenario, and that's where we say it is quite important. It is very confusing, 23 skews here from 46.
Yeah, absolutely.
All these grind options, and really what you need to do, and the market guys will love me for saying this, is know your letter. So don't be too obsessed with what's going on at the bottom, apart from the fact what grind is most suitable. So is it D, is it K? In your case, it's M. But if you manage to get hold of a demo one or two, get down the short game, green, and test them against each other.
Yeah, perfect. Brilliant, thank you for that.
Okay,
great experience. Now I need some new wedges. Right then, guys, so we saw that was very much kind of roundabout lob wedge for me, and it was interesting because definitely there I was expecting the second wedge he gave me to be one with lots of bounce, and it actually wasn't. It was the lowest bounce, the L grind at 4 degrees. But I think the 60-degree M is going to be great. I think it's going to be versatile. I think it gives me exactly what I want from a lob wedge. Just need to get them ordered now. 52, 56, 60. So comment below, let me know what finish you think I should have. I'm thinking black heads, maybe with a bit of custom stamping in there, but you comment below, let me know what you think I should have with finish and what I should have stamped on the back of my wedges. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you've enjoyed today's video, click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, then you'll get my videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.